Welcome back to another edition of Recruiting Thursday right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, brought to you by our friends at Sendell Volkswagen in Greensburg. We would love to meet you. Jack Ridenour here with you today, and we're now joined by Franklin Regional baseball player and recent LaSalle baseball commit, Brady Yarabinetz. First off, my friend, thanks so much for joining us today, and obviously a big congratulations to you as well. How does it feel having this decision made, and you can enjoy your senior year now?
Very good. Takes a lot of pressure off your back just getting to go out there, play free, no worries about where you're going to be in the next couple years. You got set plan, and it's really good feeling just knowing that you have a place that you're going to be going to after this season. So really exciting.
So talk a little bit further about LaSalle. We'll get into the unique situation that the school is in right now, but what was it about the school that drew you there?
Yeah, so I went out there for a camp that they invited me to. And I really like the coaches. They're all really cool guys, just free personalities, just like talking, very social. And I like the campus a lot. And big campus out of Philly, so lots of things to do. And the coaches just really made an emphasis on coming in, earning your spot to get to play because of the situation that they're in. So I'm excited to get in there and have the opportunity to compete for my spot right off the start, as well as their finance program is very good. So their business school is very good.
And I'm guessing that's what you want to go ahead and study in is business?
Yeah, I'm planning on doing business with mainly finance.
Awesome, man. That's very cool. That's very cool. Well, let's get into this unique situation because it's very unique. For those that don't know, LaSalle disbanded their baseball program a few years ago. However, they're going to bring it back. And that's something you don't see really in this day and age in college sports. So talk a little bit about how much that maybe was a factor in your decision. I know you mentioned the chance to compete right when you start there, but I mean, with there not being a team right now, there's no roster, there's really no schedule. I mean, how much of a leap of faith did you take committing to LaSalle?
Yeah, so it obviously it is a leap of faith kind of, but as talking to the coaches and stuff, they really passionate about it, getting the program back together and really want to get things going. So they're doing a lot of fundraising right now, getting all the facilities up to NCAA standards. So they're all really excited to get into everything and just put a good team together to hop into some games in my freshman year.
How much of an impact did not being able to have, a roster to look at, players to meet, if you will, how much did that, kind of impact the recruitment for you?
The camp I went to, there were a decent amount of kids, and I think a few of them are also commits. And they had some previous players who were still on campus. So they talked about what the program was like and how it's the same coaches coming back, and they gave a lot of insight into how things were ran. And I really liked everything that they had to say. So not having those roster spots to look at, obviously I didn't know like how many outfielders they were bringing in until I really dove into that with the coaches. But now I know that I'm in a group chat with all of the other commits, and I feel really good about it and love talking to the older guys who have already played there and have some experience there.
How did they approach you about the situation? I mean, how was it kind of presented to you when you were first in contact with the coaches?
It was pretty much like any other recruiting. Like their plan is they're gonna get the program up and running, and they're like strong about that. So there wasn't any like, oh, this may not happen, talk like that. It was they're gonna get it up and running. So it was pretty much the same as being recruited by any other school for me.
Well, just to give you a little word of advice, my friend, I too kind of was in a situation like you when I was playing college basketball. I committed to a school that did not have a basketball team at the time. And I'll tell you this, it was probably the best decision or one of the best decisions I ever made. So I tip my cap to you, my friend, for having the confidence to do that, but also the faith to do that as well, because it's a big leap of faith for sure. But I want to kind of circle back around, talk about some Franklin Regional baseball. I know you guys had a really strong season this past year, and we'll talk a little bit about the unique situation that that your team was in this past spring. But with how well your team played, how much confidence has that given the group coming into this season and kind of knowing like what you guys are capable of accomplishing?
Yeah, I know we're all really excited. We all love playing together. We're a really tight-knit group. We've been playing together pretty much our entire lives, just through FRAA, which is like local leagues, and then just getting into high school and pretty much being together all year round. We're really close, and everyone's really excited to hop into the season. After seeing what we did last year, I think that gave a lot of people confidence, knowing that we can go into this year and do just as good, if not better. And everyone's super excited about it. We just started winter workouts for getting ready for our trip to Florida in March. So everyone's super pumped about that.
Well, last year you guys were in a kind of an interesting scenario, a four-way share of the section crown. You don't hear that very often. It was you, Penn Trafford, Plum, and Fox Chapel. My first question about that is, what do you think that says about the talent that is in your section and really in 5A specifically?
Yeah, we're all really competitive teams, and that just goes to show it. We're all very evenly matched for each other, all play super tight games with each other, and it's just super fun going out there and knowing you're going to have a competitive game.
Were you guys doing a bunch of scoreboard watching during that situation? Because I'm sure you guys had to have been, with just how much was at stake, and not to mention the result of other games impacting, the result of your game and so on and so forth. Kind of a big domino effect, really.
Yeah, we would always sometimes get together, whether it was at the gym or someone's house, and kind of pay attention to those games that had such a big influence on what the rest of our season was going to look like. So it was a fun experience, kind of nerve-wracking at the same time, but we all really enjoyed it.
Well, right now, I mean, what's kind of the schedule for you guys in terms of winter workouts? I know that we're kind of getting out of the fall time. So how are you guys kind of ramping up for the season that, let's face it, before you know it, it's going to be here right around the corner?
Yeah, so right now, just this week, we started lifting with our strength and conditioning coach twice a week, as well as speed training once a week. And then we do that for 3 months, I believe. And then after New Year's, we'll start getting in the indoor facility and start putting everything together, hitting, fielding, and then ramp it up to live ABs as we get closer into March. And then have all our pitchers ready to go, hitters seeing the ball well, and go get those games in Florida before we get into WPIAL play.
That's awesome, man. Well, definitely very excited for baseball season. It's going to be here before you know it. And obviously a big congratulations to you on the commitment as well. Before we let you run, want to hear from you, especially with how much success you guys had last year. What do you think it'll take for your team to go even further than a section title and go all the way to capture a WPIAL championship?
Yeah, I think playing together is a huge part. We got to come together all the way through our order for batting and just make sure we can string together hits, not playing for triples and home runs and doubles, and just try and singles, get on base, move runners around, and get those runs across the plate in order to win more games. And then our pitching staff, I have a lot of confidence in them. I know they'll put things together and make it happen. We've always had a strong pitching staff since I've been at Franklin, and I always have a lot of confidence in them.
Well, should be a really great season for you and for Franklin Regional Baseball. Brady, again, thanks so much for stopping by. Congratulations on the commitment, and good luck this season.
Thank you very much.